everyone, welcome to Talk Sustain to Me. This sustainability career series is about career stories in the ESG or sustainability sector. In each episode, I interview a young sustainability professional who is in their early or mid-career. The main intention of this talk is to promote sustainability industry and share career information. In today's episode, I'm happy to have Jeremy joining us. Jeremy is a recent graduate majoring in environmental management and technology with a minor in business. In August last year, he joined the Sustainability Consulting Leadership Program of a French multinational company that specializes in digital automation and energy management. He's now working as a sustainability analyst at the Hong Kong office. He's here today to share us more about career in the sustainable energy sector. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Natalie. Nice to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Could you start by introducing when did you start getting interest in sustainability?
So, I think I wouldn't say I fell in love with sustainability right at the beginning. It was more like I discovered that I like to learn more about the nature. I like to learn more about the environment through studying geography and through understanding more about climate change. And then I eventually realized that, hey, I would like to do something related to this. I would like to make an impact with my career. And it was really until that I realized, a lot of corporates out there, like the business world, is realizing that, hey, we should really transition to a more sustainable business model that really excited me. And I would say it's truly after me going into a couple of internships and creating my own sustainability initiatives and seeing my own impact that I realized that, yeah, this is something that I really enjoy. This is something that I might want to dedicate my life or my career to. And yeah, so that kind of started my whole, or kind of grew my passion in sustainability.
That's right. I totally get your point. Like, career is so important that it would be great if we can work on something that we find it meaningful and impactful.
Definitely.
So you're now working as a sustainability analyst at a leading multinational energy management corporate. Could you share more about your role, like your daily work and your responsibilities?
Yeah, definitely. So, my company is a French multinational that specialize in energy management and, as you say, like different types of digital automation solutions. And our core business is really to develop different types of hardware and also software to help our clients or customers, like factories or facilities or even say warehouses, to manage their own energy consumption and also to improve their energy efficiency. So in a sense, our business is kind of directly linked to sustainability because when you think of, energy consumption, you think of, or if you're a sustainability person, you would know that, okay, energy consumption means scope 2 emissions, and that means, climate change, right? So our company basically helps our customers or help our end users directly tackle climate change. But my team is slightly separate to the core business. What we do is kind of take some of our solutions from the core business, but turn it into a consultancy service and mix in different sustainability consulting elements as well. So like how to help our customers or our client set their own sustainability strategy, their roadmap, set their own targets, and help them achieve it through stuff like energy audit, how to help their sites become more energy efficient, but also maybe help them procure renewable energy as well. So in a sense, day to day, I'm involved with different projects that is varying in different scopes. So some of the days I'm working on strategy projects. Some of the days it's on energy efficiency, where I'm doing a little bit more technical work on, say, estimating what's the potential energy saving of a project. And some of the days, which is probably the best days, I get to work on stuff related to renewable energy, where I explore new markets, engage new clients to try to excite them about using renewable energy instead of just buying energy off the grid.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. So you get the opportunity to work on different scopes of work, like a bit of strategy part, and then energy reduction, and also exploring new trends in renewable energy. So that sounds really interesting and impactful. So my next question for you is about your internship experience. I know that you have worked as an intern in ESG consulting, and you also worked at an in-house sustainability department at an online food delivery platform organization. So as a fresh graduate, you decided to work in the energy sector. So what's so special about the sustainable energy field?
So I would say that first of all, I really enjoyed every one of my last internships or my
Mhm.
previous part-time or even full-time roles, especially the one with the online food delivery platform that you just mentioned, where I was able to create and also lead a lot of the projects related to sustainability. And by leading like projects, it also gives me a lot of satisfaction as well, and it kind of motivates me to do a lot more. But the reason why I chose, the energy sector specifically is one is that my current company is pretty pretty spot on. I would say I really enjoy working for my company, and I really enjoy the work that I do and the clients that we serve. It's very meaningful.
Mhm.
Um, but the reason why I decided on this industry is because I realized with sustainability, at the end of the day, you're going to have to tackle energy.
Great.
I understand that there are a lot of talks about, supply chain, scope 3 emissions, right? But if you think about that, a huge chunk of that is also related to energy. So if we're just talking about purely electricity, everyone will need to tackle it eventually if they want to go net zero or they just want to be sustainable. So there's a huge opportunity out there for companies like myself to be able to help our clients, and also for an individual like me to grow my personal impact together with the company. So yeah, just from the impact perspective, just from the potential of being able to make a huge impact, that's kind of the reason why I decided on this industry.
Right. So could you share some exciting projects that you have worked on that can be shared with the public? And what are the impacts of these projects on promoting sustainability?
Sure, sure. I guess I wouldn't claim to have made a lot of impact ever since I joined this company, because I've only been with this company for a couple of months, around a little more than half a year, I would say.
Mhm.
But so I guess together with my team, like we have definitely worked hard on for a couple of different clients, and in Hong Kong specifically, we work with a lot of real estate companies.
Mhm.
So I'm sure with your background, Natalie, you would know that, like being so familiar with real estate like yourself, because I remember that you interned in a pretty big corporate as well in real estate. In fact, they're actually one of our largest clients, Swire Properties. So what we did with them, or together with them, is we introduced one of our digital solution, where we help like this company manage their own energy consumption, water consumption, and various different ESG metrics as well. And then we eventually help them spot opportunities to
Mhm.
reduce their energy. And in a couple of years, we're able to help them reduce 10 to 15% of their consumption for
Mhm.
commercial high rises. So, which is like a huge amount of electricity if you just think about it. Um, but at the same time, like in the other clients that we serve, and the other projects that I've also worked on, I've helped some small scale companies, from basically investor funds,
Mhm.
to transition to become more sustainable, basically. So one of the examples is where we helped our one of our clients called EQT. They're like a fund manager, and then they asked us to work with some of their investment companies
Mhm.
to decarbonize some of their investments, basically. So yeah, like these are some of the examples that, us as a team has worked on. And I feel like if you bring this question up to me maybe a year later, I would have a lot to talk about. And just to share a little bit on what I'm working on right now, I would say one of the projects that I'm exploring is to look at emerging markets for power purchase agreements. And for those of you out there who doesn't really know what power purchase agreements is, basically it's related to renewable energy. It's where a developer of a wind farm or a solar farm negotiates a deal with a corporate
Mhm.
and they decide on a fixed cost over a period of time, say 10 to 15 years. And then the renewable energy would directly transfer to the corporate. So
Mhm.
essentially, corporate would have access to renewable energy. And currently, I'm looking at new markets like Taiwan, like Malaysia, to engage potential clients. And hopefully, in a year's time, I would hopefully be able to say that, yeah, I helped this number of clients reduce or transition like X amount of energy
Right.
towards renewable sources. But yeah, that's really exciting for me.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting and meaningful. So, one part of your work is to engage some big corporates and then help them understand better about their energy consumption. And then, after understanding, it's helping them to reduce, like find areas to reduce their energy consumption. So far, what have you learned from this job? It could be some knowledge or skills related to working at an energy management company.
I think in terms of the hard knowledge, I would say that the perk of working in this current job where I'm actually one of the trainees slash analyst is that I have a lot of opportunities to explore. Exploring on topics that I like, exploring on topics that, is of the company interest. So in terms of exposure, it's definitely very wide. So stuff that I learned about not only on the technical side of energy, I actually learned about sustainable finance, in fact.
Mhm.
So, like sometimes if we have a client that wants to look at sustainability and they happen to come from a finance background, if we want to work with them, we got to understand where they're
That's
coming
right.
from. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so I spent a couple of weeks looking at different types of taxonomies related to sustainable finance, what qualifies as sustainable. And in terms of more technical knowledge, stuff that I've talked about just now with like power purchase agreements, I've never heard of that term before I went into this job. And it's through kind of the guidance of some of my mentors at work, some of my bosses at work that kind of showed me the ropes, showed me where to dig these informations, and also through like private sharing sessions where they basically give you a master class of energy management and renewable energy. So yeah, all of these knowledge basically it comes over time. And I would say, yeah, in terms of sustainable finance, renewable energy, like these topics are super complicated. But um, I wouldn't say I'm a master. I wouldn't say I'm an expert yet, but I'm hopefully getting there. So yeah, these are some of the things that I guess you would expect working in a company like mine.
Working at your company, it provides you a really huge exposure. Like what you're learning is not just limited to the energy sector itself, but like because you're working with different clients, you have to learn about their industries as well, like finance and others. So, yeah, what you shared today is really meaningful, and I'm learning so much. So, thank you so much for sharing. Today, we've learned more about career in the sustainable energy sector and the daily work as a sustainability analyst. For anyone who is interested in learning more, feel free to connect Jeremy on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. See you in the next video.
Cheers, Natalie. Thank you.